lady. Sawa zile peka.
I feel like you people do interesting courses.
Okay, it is 3 minutes to the hour of 3 p.m. Good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on Livingstone TV, and this is the open mic session. Like I promised you earlier on, we are still coming out with various interviews, and at this particular moment, I am humbled to have a very interesting personality in studios today who is going to help us understand the beat of education and technology all coexisting. So I'll let my guest introduce herself to you, the viewers watching, and we move forward. Okay.
So
Miss-
good afternoon, viewers and listeners. I'm Mankunda Patricia. I'm a student of Sorority University. I'm doing a Bachelor's of Engineering in Electronics and Computer Engineering. In my third year, I'm happy to be here at Livingstone Internet TV.
Exactly.
So thank you, presenter.
Okay, thank you for coming through. So you say that you're doing a bachelor's in engineering and what, and computer science,
Electronics and Computer Engineering.
electronics and computer engineering. So you are the right people to have this conversation with, because when we look at education and technology,
Yes.
these are two sectors that coexist, but somebody out there would want to understand, how does this come about? Because when you talk about education, someone would just think it's mere going to school, to class, sitting and then looking at what the teacher is doing. And then when you talk about technology, obviously they'll talk about phones and all machinery like that. So in a brief nutshell, please elaborate to the listener and to the viewer out there what these two mean.
Well, thank you for that question. I actually believe that technology came to help us.
Exactly.
Leaving alone the idea of most people have that technology maybe came to spoil a generation, as people be like Gen Z's technology.
Yeah.
But actually you have to embrace the fact that technology is here to help us and actually use it in a very beneficial way, and they can actually exist in an educational environment.
Exactly.
I myself, being a student of electronics and computer engineering, I do a lot of technology, and actually I use a lot of technological platforms to help me study. Because now technology eases the work of lecturers. It
Yes.
eases my form of understanding.
Yes.
I don't need to stress a lot and be like, I haven't understood in class, let me go and look for lecturer A, B, and C. No, I can go on YouTube, get tutorials, understand. I can look for electronic sources, books. So we need to embrace that education and technology are supposed to work in harmony and stop stigmatizing people that technology is actually here to spoil the generation.
Exactly. You talked about stigmatizing a generation.
Yes.
We are in an era where there is a lot of technology putting at the forefront, actually. And then here comes our parents, our elders who come from the other generation. They say the millennials and the Gen Zs. So we're looking at the Gen Zs and the millennials. So the millennials come out and say, you know what, with technology in existence, it has reduced on the creativity. How true is that when it comes to the aspect of education?
I don't believe that it has reduced on the creativity. Actually, right now we are at an exhibition. We are exhibiting technology.
Exactly.
And you can actually realize that every year that comes on,
Yes.
we are on the 16th exhibition, but you can notice that more technologies are being made up, are being
Exactly.
come up with. And this is credited partly to the technology that's already existing. Students are already building on the existing ideas to come up with new ideas.
Yes.
So this thing of that it's killing creativity, I feel like it's not valid
Yes.
if you decide to use technology the right way.
Yes.
So the only issue that is there is that some people just misuse the issue of technology, misuse apps, misuse internet. You can use TikTok for the right thing. You can use X for the right thing. Use LinkedIn for the right thing, and actually activate your mind to do more greater things than leaving it at just the bare minimum of it.
Well, aside from the stigmatization and limiting of creativity,
Yeah.
Some will think that technology has come to put people out of work, because when you look at the machinery that has been coming up, the software that has been coming about, very many people keep saying, you know what, as technology advances, we are losing jobs. Do you think technology is increasing job creation, or it's just limiting? Because when you talk about machines coming to do what man has been doing, does it mean that we are going to see so many people coming out of jobs, or is this a game changer for the education sector?
Well, I feel like it's a perspective. Well, if someone looks at it that it's taking jobs, they are true in their own understanding, but I would like to argue a different way.
Yes.
It's not taking up jobs, because if we decide that as Uganda we are going to start developing
Yes.
all the machines that we are doing, how many people will we need to come up with a camera?
Exactly.
Very many people.
Yes.
So those people will be employed, our economy will be rich because we wouldn't need to export. What we need to do right here, that I feel like technology will affect us if we decide to just import technology. But if we decide to just develop technology within our country, we are actually helping our country at greater miles.
Okay.
Yes.
So, what words of encouragement would you give to a student out there who is caught in between between two crossroads?
Yes.
I want to study, but I have a lot of technology coming to take up my time. So, what would you encourage that young person who is vying to put the two together at once?
Well, the encouragement I have is don't be afraid. There are a lot of jobs there. There are actually new job employments coming up. There are actually new opportunities coming up.
Yes.
The fact that someone developed a machine doesn't mean that machine doesn't need an operator. That machines need someone to develop it. Go on, take on technology. If you're doing medicine, you can actually also develop machines in medicine. You're doing media, you can also join in into the developmental part of media.
Exactly.
We just need to train our minds to be developmental rather than flowing with what's already on ground. Just need to have developmental minds. That way then our jobs wouldn't be taken, and we won't be worried that I'm learning for nothing.
Exactly.
Because you're going to make your own job.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we've heard it from the horse's mouth. This is somebody who is well versed with the technology sphere, and also a practicing technology corporate as well. So it goes on to show you that there's a lot of advancement, and goes on to support the fact that actually education and technology can all coexist. You've been a great audience, and you've been watching LIU TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. More interviews are still coming up, so stick around, and as we follow the proceedings, thank you to Patricia for coming through from Soroti University. Maybe you could encourage some your colleagues to come through as well, maybe.
Well, I can only encourage people to join Soroti University and Livingstone University.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well,
Join-
thank you. Thank
Join
you
the
for
universities.
Okay, thank you for watching, and I will see you in a bit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice. Almost cut. Yeah, done.